Welcome to Retina South Africa and our series on Back to Basics. These episodes are brought to you thanks to unconditional grants from Bayer South Africa and Roche Products. Today we will discuss why we're doing this course that relates to the eye and why this is so very, very important. Knowledge is power. And the more you know about the eye and about the different eye conditions, the more you will be able to help not only yourself, but also be a source of information and assistance to others. We will cover a variety of topics that we plan to adapt according to need as we progress. Donald Rumsfeld once said, "We know what we know. We know what we don't know, but we don't know what we don't know." But in addition to that, and especially with social media these days, we often think we know, but that could also be erroneous. There are many, many misconceptions and misunderstandings out there, and one of our aims is to try and sort these out and simply stick to the facts. Let us start then with a few definitions. And the very first one is visual perception. Visual perception, simply put, means being able to see. In other words, the ability to interpret the surroundings using light in the visible spectrum that is reflected back to the eye from different objects, such as the cheetah, for those of you who can see this picture. What then is visual acuity? Visual acuity means how clearly can we see an object. And if you keep an eye on this cheetah once again, you'll see that the visual acuity has changed, showing that you might be able to see. But what is the visual acuity like? What then is vision? Vision is how the brain processes all the information coming in to the eye and to the brain and giving us a meaningful interpretation. Let's have a quick look at visual disability. The term visual impairment, for example, includes both partial sight and blindness. But visual impairment, according to the Ophthalmological Society, means that a person's eyesight cannot be corrected to a normal level using something like glasses, like I'm wearing at the moment. If we look worldwide, and this is quite alarming, the World Health Organization told us less than a year ago that there are 1.1 billion people living on our planet with vision loss due to a lack of eye care services. And what is the situation in our own country? We know that sight disability is the highest disability in South Africa, accounting for some 32% of all disabilities. And if we look at this graphically, you will see that visual disability is certainly the biggest chunk of that pie chart. Because this is such a problem, the South African government put out a statement earlier this year in preparation for Eye Care Awareness Month later on, saying that 75% of blindness is avoidable through prevention or through treatment. But this brings us back to knowledge again. How do you know to avoid something if you don't know that you can do it, and if you don't know how to do it? How do you know about prevention if you haven't learnt about prevention, or if you don't know where to find that information? And the same with treatment. How do people know where to find the correct, appropriate treatment in a timely manner before it is too late? In this course, we're going to be looking at a whole host of different conditions. For example, central vision loss. We will look at conditions such as age-related macular degeneration, Stargardt's disease, fundus flavimaculatus, cone rod and cone rod dystrophy, achromatopsia, and others that might arise during the course of our talks. We will also look at conditions that affect the periphery, and these conditions very often one is completely unaware of. For example, diabetic retinopathy, that is damage to the eye caused by diabetes, retinitis pigmentosa, and once again, a whole host of others. We will look at the commonest ones in each group. In our next talk, we're going to look at the eye in some detail. Thank you.